else. Zordon, what was the last food you ate before you were locked in the chamber?
Ah, yes. I remember it well. Garlic pizza.
Yeah!
That was the last sustenance I had for about a millennium.
Zordon, how long have you known Alpha?
Alpha was created in the late 1960s. I'd been doing a lot of experimental things. It was sort of an accident. So I've known Alpha 25 years.
What was your first impression of Power Rangers?
My first impression of Power Rangers. They were young, impetuous. They needed guidance. And musical taste. I still don't get that.
Did you ever dream you'd be killed by a Red Ranger?
No. But sometimes the greatest sacrifice is what we need to do in order for the greater good. So I called upon my Red Ranger to do what was necessary.
Zordon, I just wanted to know, how come you never chose me?
You had your own city to take care of.
He's a Black Ranger.
I was not gonna go there.
Zordon, why did you choose teenagers to save the world? They don't know what they're doing.
Adults are any better?
Teenagers have an enthusiasm. They are more prone to be they have a lot of stuff going on inside, and they need to direct that in a direction of good rather than just sort of wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Zordon, I've been having some problems with my colored laundry fading in the wash. What detergent would you recommend?
Tide. Tide.
So, what do you use the beauty glue for when there's no world crisis going on?
You're asking me about my private viewing habits? Let's see. I have to keep this under R, is that right?
What has to be said, has to be said.
I watched a lot of Urkel, some sports television, and soap operas. It's just kind of what my thing was.
Did you ever have to reject anyone from becoming a ranger?
Justin Bieber.
What?
Did I ever have to reject anybody from becoming a ranger, and why? Yes, certain people have, we lean one way or the other, and it's easy for me to determine which way people lean. I mean, if they're in it for the good of everyone else, then they have what it takes to become a ranger. If they're in it for themselves, if they just glory in their own ability, then they're not necessarily ranger material.
Dear Zordon, sometimes when I'm fighting evil, I have like a morph towel dysfunction. Is there anything I can take to get my morphing back to its old power?
You're a little young for that to be happening, aren't you?
I was an early bloomer.
Push-ups. Do a lot of push-ups.
biceps.
I think they have these herbal testosterone things you can take too. Check that out.
Sir, did you have anything to do with whatever backstage power was very obviously keeping Bulk and Skull from figuring out who the Rangers were for how many years? There was something.
They were not very smart. It wasn't hard to fool them. They're not very smart.
Sir, have you ever seen My Little Pony? If so, which is your favorite?
That falls under the private viewing category. Really can't talk about that.
Who was your favorite Power Ranger and why? And if you look at them all equally, which one were you happiest to see go?
My favorite Power Ranger would have to be Billy, simply because Billy tried a lot and Billy had a lot of physicality things to get over. Billy really grew as a character. I really enjoyed Billy. What was the second part of your question? And who did I like to see go?
Which of the Power Rangers was your
Least favorite?
Yeah.
I like them all. All of the Rangers are dear to me for one reason or another. I try not to discriminate that way. I can see Alpha go.
How come nobody figured out the powers of the Power Rangers by the color of their shirts? Just simply by the color of their shirts.
I had long talks with Saban Entertainment about that. I'm not really sure why that was that way. I think it was because they felt that it was easier for younger children to identify the characters by their color. Simple my answer. Zordon is not a racist.
Greetings, Zordon. We haven't heard on anything from a while from your arch nemesis, Lord Zed. How has he been doing lately?
He's really good. He's got all of his skin back, and he's doing really good on the commercial circuit. He has like this workout tape that he has. He's doing good. Kind of like the ShamWow guy.
Here's Zordon. Quick question about the Zords. Why did the red Zord change size in the first season? Because sometimes it was big enough to fight a monster on its own, and sometimes it had to be combined with the other Zords to fight the monster. Any reason on the shrinking ring you have?
You seem to have a lot of size questions. Do you have Zord envy? It all depended on how Jason was feeling that day. Some days he was big, some days he wasn't too big.
I have a question. Where do the Power Rangers do their dry cleaning for the suits?
We actually had a laundry room in the back of the command center, and Alpha took care of it using Tide.
On Pie Day, what is your favorite pie to eat?
That's a good question. For a long time, it was really hard for me to eat because I have no hands. I do enjoy a good blueberry pie, though. Just digging your face right in there. That's nothing better than a nice warm blueberry pie. And that is not a My Little Pony reference.
Hi, Zordon.